Well, hi, beautiful people. I wasn't expecting any of you to actually just jump in like this. This is exciting. Yeah, so this is not my. I'm not. This is not a dance lesson right now. I apologize. This is me doing my day job, and I just figured I might share with you guys some of what I do on a day to day basis. Or, well, at least what I'm doing right now, anyway. And I apologize if there's an annoying whine in the background. That would be my laptop. I can't really do anything about that. I apologize. I don't know how much of this you can hear. I'm still trying to figure some of this stuff out. Hi, Flamingo friend. It's good to see you. We're not dancing today. We'll dance tomorrow, if that's all right. But I'm glad to have you. Glad to see you here. Let me know what the stream quality is like right now. I honestly can't tell. It's showing me lots of glitches. I don't know how bad they actually are, though. But yeah, hang out with me. Let's chatter. Let's have a bit of fun. This is the volume I'm working on right now. This is the Sessions Law of Colorado, 1965, and as you can see, it's coming out of its casing. It needs some love, so that's what we're gonna do. And it's also pretty grubby, so we're gonna work on that. So first thing I'm gonna do is take it out of its case. It only had a little bit of its crash hanging on, just a little bit right there, so no point in trying to salvage that. So it is completely free now. Also, this is my tiny mushroom vacuum. It makes me happy because it's a tiny mushroom vacuum. I'm really surprised that there's actually people coming to watch me do this, but you know, I'm not gonna complain. I'm glad to have you guys join me. Jump over in the chat, talk to me a bit, say hello. So you can see there's some bits and bobs that are kind of flaking off, and these little pieces aren't really worth saving, so I'm just gonna pitch them. And I got a new beautiful knife from SaveYourBooks.com. Big shout out to Sophia, and it's working marvelously. It is so much better than that brick on a stick I was using before. So right now all I'm doing is cleaning out the things that I don't need, can't salvage, that are just in the way. And if this is something you're interested in learning how to do, check out SaveYourBooks.com with Sophia. She is an amazing human being, love her to bits. She's super nice, but she has lessons on these sorts of things. And everything I learned on the topic, I learned from her. Her tutorials are very, very good. She also has a YouTube page. And no, she has not asked me to do this. As usual, I do not have sponsors. Not because I choose to, but because I'm not popular enough. It's like high school. Like I said, right now I'm just cleaning up a little bit. Oh, good. Good, I'm glad. Maria says that she's also a bookworm and finds this very interesting, so I'm glad to provide some entertainment wherever I can. So I'm having a bit of trouble getting, let's see, oh, how do I work the controls on this? I apologize, guys. I keep switching back and forth between programs, so, but right now I'm having a bit of trouble getting that bit of brown off, and it's just in my way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna grab a Q-tip and get it a little bit damp, a little moist, and I'm just gonna wet that down just a tiny bit so that it makes it a little easier to get it off. As you can see, it's already getting stuck to the Q-tip. And just that tiny bit of water, not enough to do any damage, is enough to help me get the gunk off that I was trying to remove a second ago. It comes off much easier. I'm a lot less likely to scrape anything off that I don't want to. Just like that. Came right off. This is also one of my favorite tools. It's just a little brush, but it has a smiley face on it. So I'm going to set that to the side for a second and clean my surface again. Let me know if this is really annoying. I can mute my mic when I use it if it's too obnoxious. But a nice clean work surface makes life easier. And I've got some more of these flappy bits on the spine that are they're just in the way. They're not helping anything, so let me see if I can get this at an angle that the camera can see it. I'm just gonna pull them off. Just get them out of the way. They're not helping anything, they're just in the way. I need to replace the crash anyway. The mole, there's lots of different names for it, and I'll explain what that is later. But I need to replace it anyway, so there's no point in me trying to salvage all of this nonsense on the back of the book. And this volume isn't so old as to be historically significant, so honestly preserving some of this stuff, preserving some of this original material is not on the very top of my priority list. So just like little bits and bobs like this, that if this were valuable or historic, you'd normally want to save, but this is just a book at the library where I work that was just sitting on the shelf languishing away. So I'm just giving it some love. Greece is in total lockdown, really. Well, I hope you guys are staying safe over there. Yeah, they still haven't put us in a proper lockdown yet, and I know some medical professionals that are very unhappy about that. Hopefully we can all, stay safe, stay healthy, stay whole. So, yeah, all of this, all this, just Gradu, it serves a purpose, but its purpose has expired. So we're gonna dampen it a little bit, and we're gonna get rid of it. That's what we're gonna do. It's tired, it's sad, and it's just in our way, and it's flaky. So I can't attach anything on top of it, and there's just no point in keeping it in the way. It's troublesome. I've got Jar of Hearts stuck in my head. I mean, there's worse songs to have stuck in your head, but still. Should probably figure out a way to add some music for you guys who are watching this. Make it a little less dreary for all of us. I'm sure there's a way. But again, this is my day job, so... well, it's the only part of my day job I can do from home. I probably could have promoted this as an ASMR video. Probably would have gotten more views that way. But, if there's any of you guys watching, I'll leave it on. I mean, I've still got to do my work one way or the other, so if it gives you guys a little bit of entertainment, makes you happy, makes you feel less lonely, I'm here for you. I know this isn't the best angle and it isn't the best lighting. I've got my camera on top of a box on the windowsill over my desk, so not the best setup in the world, and the sun's going down. This book was published in 1965, and it's the Session Laws of Colorado. Yeah. Laws passed by the first regular session of the 45th General Assembly of the State of Colorado on Thursday, May the 13th, 1965. Well, between January 6th and May 13th, 1965. I usually will have like documentaries and stuff playing in the background when I work on books like this, but you know, copyright. We don't want to anger the copyright trolls. Copyright trolls are the ones that steal your socks. And we're finally starting to get through that weird red paper layer and getting down to the actual the mull or the crash, which is a type of fabric that is actually what gives the book its strength. Well, as far as hardcover cased bound volumes like this. So let me scrape off a little more and then I'll actually show it to you. I might need to go get my other knife. It actually scraped better. It actually did a better job of scraping this sort of thing because it was two directional. Don't get me wrong, this knife is awesome, but the other one worked better for scraping spines like this. There we go. Now I'm starting to get into the adhesive underneath. And the mull, there we go, that's what I wanted to show you. Okay. So if you look at this, I don't know if my camera will focus on it, but it's trying. So there's that red paper layer, and then underneath it you'll see the individual, well, not individual pages, it's like groups of pages. And then if you look real close, I don't know if I can get my camera to focus on it or not. There we go. You see that kind of mesh weave? That is the crash or the mull, and it is a type of very thick, heavy fabric. Well, I say that. It is full of holes, but, and this is the text block. This is what we call the text block, and it goes on the spine of the text block. Oh, curtain, sorry. It goes on the spine of the text block and then sticks out a little ways, and then that is what actually attaches to the covers, that stick out part. And that's what actually gives the book its strength and allows it to, you know, stay together in one piece. This red paper is getting red gook everywhere. Good thing I decided to just go ahead and take it off because it's not very friendly. if this is something you're interested in learning how to do, check out saveyourbooks.com with Sophia. She is an amazing human being, and no, she's not paying me to say that. Everything I learned from taking her classes, so. Whoever hit that like button, I appreciate it very, very much. Might actually convince people that this is something worth watching. So let's be real, this isn't the most, riveting activity in the whole world. I got all that all over my lap. So yeah, for you guys that are here, jump over in the chat, talk to me. Tell me what's going on in your life. How are you feeling today? Are we all surviving? Survival is good. Dying is bad. Again, tell me if the little vacuum is super obnoxious, and I'll mute my microphone when I'm using it. Because I learned how to do that. No, I didn't. I joke. I'm not that bad at live streaming. Almost. Not quite. But the microphone has a giant button on it. I can work buttons. It's a new skill. So, Sophia, if you watch this, I found a better use for the mop brush. Be impressed. Why is that the only song that's stuck in my head today? Someone give me another song to hum. It's either that or we're gonna go Broadway, and I don't really know that I have the energy for good Broadway today. A lot of patience. Yeah. Well, and I don't have the best tools in the whole world, so it that does make it more difficult. There's some things like a book press that those are really expensive. I have a pattern now to make one, but I don't have. I can't exactly go use the power tools and buy wood right now. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go and grab a different knife really quick, so hang tight. I'll be right back. I've got a button for this. Where is it? Let's see. Okay, let's see what happens if I push this button. Awesome. I like that button. That's a cool button. Oh, but I forgot to turn my mic off. Whoops. My bad, guys. Okay. But I have some different knives now that will hopefully... Oh, yeah. That's a little better for this. Okay, so I've got a page that... Well, a couple of pages that are trying to pop loose. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I don't want to risk further damage. And they're already coming loose from this whole signature, so you know what? Let's see. It might be better to just... Let's see. It might be better to just pull out the whole signature, maybe? Or... Let's see, which would be better, just pulling out the individual pages or the whole signature? I think I'm just going to take these pages for now. Yeah, that wasn't there before. I've got a small rip right here from me, you know, wallering everything around, because these couple of pages are loose, so it's better if I just go ahead and get them out of here, get them out of the way, keep them from getting hurt anymore. Come on, let go. Come on out. Come on. Be good. Come on. How is it that the rest of it can just, you know, be falling out, and then I've got, like, you know, 2 knuckles worth that are just like, nah, we're staying. We like it. We like it here. We're staying here. Ah, there we go. Alright, and that I'm just going to set aside, and then I'll fix that little tear later. I have to finish disemboweling it first. Because I don't like this red paper. I don't like this red paper one bit. Because it's getting everywhere. Oh yeah, that's working much better. It's coming right off now. Oh, and for the record, this top edge is there is no edge. It's blunt. It's not even tapered. So I'm not stabbing myself. I'm glad you're enjoying watching. I feel kind of silly live streaming this, but as long as there's one person here that's enjoying seeing what I'm doing, then I'll stick around. So I'm very glad. Very glad. We can, let me see, let me tilt my camera a little different so you can see. There we go, that's a little better. I'm being pretty liberal with the water right now, just because, I mean, there's enough glue between. Alright. Yeah, there's enough glue between well, me and the text that I'm not worried about the water right now doing any damage. Not at the moment, not where I'm putting it. Well, if you're enjoying the stream, hit the like and hit the subscribe and the bell so that you can find out and get a notification when I'm doing this again, especially if it's as soothing for you as you're saying it is. And if you would like better quality videos, there's a link in the description for a spot to donate, or there's super chat, and I'm currently trying to save up for a ring light. So annoying vacuum sound again. Tell me if you guys need me to mute my mic when I'm using this. I know a lot of people call, like, I know there are people who would call me out for, I guess the word is e-begging, but you know, I gotta pay for my meds. And I know we're all having a hard time right now. I'm actually very fortunate that I still have a job that I can work from home for. I've been very lucky in that regard. But being disabled is expensive. This book is Session Laws of Colorado, 1965. Just old enough to need some love, but not so old to have, like, proper historical value that if, you know, I accidentally booger anything up, it would, you know, cause, like, big problems. Right now I'm just cleaning up the spine. And sorry, I know the angle is not great. I've got my camera propped up on a box on my windowsill. It's the best I could do. It was either up there where you could see everything, or down close where you couldn't necessarily see much, but what you could see was, you know, really more detailed, or it was moving it back and forth and making everybody dizzy. So on the box is what we went with. Right now I'm trying to get all of this red paper out of the way because it's causing problems, and I need to replace the crash anyway, so, which is the fabric layer underneath that gives the book its strength and actually connects it to the cover. Trying to hold this at a good angle for you guys to see, but it's like, do we let the camera see better, or do we let my eyeballs see better? Vacuum warning. You have been warned. Can you guys sort of kind of see it, that angle? Sort of? Not really? Okay, great. Really starting to get stuff off. Okay, good. And the sun's starting to go down, so I'm probably gonna have to go and find some more light here in a few minutes. Also, don't let this knife make you nervous. It is very dull. Very dull. That edge isn't even an edge. It's not even tapered, so don't freak out just because I've got a knife. Vacuum noise warning. Oops, bumped the mic. Sorry about that. Oh, there's a bird. Hi, bird. I love sitting in front of this window while I work. Normally my office is in a basement. I haven't had a window to work in front of for 2 years, so honestly I'm loving this whole work from home thing. So there's birds. Birds. Okay, I'm done. So I've just about gotten all of this really loose, red, annoying paper, stupid, off of the spine back here. And now I'm going to clean my desk again. Gotta keep that clean. Okay. Good, I don't have red goop all over my fingers. So part of the reason why I'm being such a weirdo about making sure I get as much of this red stuff off as possible is, let's see if you can see that. Right here and right here, you can just barely see where there was some of the red stuff stuck either to my fingers or to one of the brushes, and it smeared on the page. So I'm gonna have to get that cleaned off now, which shouldn't be that big of a deal. I've got just a white Mylar eraser that I think will take care of it. I think. Oh, come on. Don't make a liar out of me, please. That's just gonna be embarrassing. Okay, it's kinda getting some of it off, but not very well. Okay, it's time to try the Absorberine. Where did I put it? What are we doing today? We are... there's the Absorberine. Hi Ramalama, good to see you again. Garrett, I have a book that I'm fixing for my day job. And I'm just bringing you guys along for the ride so we can hang out. Right now I'm working on the Colorado, the Session Laws of Colorado from 1965. And I'm trying to see, see, there we go, that's starting to get it better. I'm trying to do this all in one sitting, so. And if you're here, go ahead and jump over into the chat and talk to each other, talk to me. Let's keep each other company. So this staining here is still not quite wanting to come up. So I'm just very, very, very lightly scraping it with this lifting knife. Very lightly. Ooh, moldy books. Moldy books are not a fun time, ever. Usually you end up just having to throw them out, and it's very, very sad. There we go. Okay. So that bottom stain is just about taken care of. I'm going to give this top one a little more love. I may hit it with the water brush, see if that helps. No, this is actually Absorberine. Again, no sponsorship. This stuff is magic. It's for cleaning. It's really, 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 really good for things like book covers. So here, let me show you. Let's see, what would be a good example? I've cleaned most of the other ones that I brought home from work already. Let's see if it's gonna, oh, that'll work. I can show you guys on that. Okay, so yeah, this stuff is, it's like cleaning Play-Doh, and so I'm still trying really hard to not get any of this residual red goop all over anything. So let me hit it with the vacuum one more time. Again, if the vacuum noise is just really obnoxious, tell me. So you can see on the edge of this is very dirty. It's very dirty. I normally prefer to only use Absorberine on the covers, because if you're not careful, you'll get some of this stuff kind of stuck to the pages, and then it's, you know, just a nuisance to deal with. But yeah, you work it in your hands and kind of warm and soften it up a little bit like you would Play-Doh. And then I'm gonna hold the pages really tight, because I don't want any of this stuff getting in between the pages. And then I'm gonna work my way out with it. It's not doing the best job on this right now. I swear this stuff is really good when you use it. Like, there's lots of different cleaning techniques. And it's looking like this isn't going to be the best option for this particular thing. I'm trying to think if there's anything. It's really good for, like, dust. It's amazing for dust. Let me think. Oh, I think I've got something on my shelf I can go grab that I can show you guys how the Absorberine works. Hold on a sec. 1 second, I'll show you. Okay, so what? Well, I still like to show this stuff off because it's cool. So this is just a book. This is just a book of poems that I know, isn't the vacuum cute? I love it. Sorry. This is just a book of poems that I picked up at a thrift store. I've never taken the time to go through and, clean it. I just thought it was really pretty. It's got all this gilding and stuff on it. And the top edge you can see is it's got that gold coloring on it, but it's really smudgy. And this is what Absorbering is especially good at dealing with, is that layer of just ick that builds up over time. So I can hit it with the brush, and it helped a little. It helped a little, but it's still not very shiny. So now we're gonna hit it with this stuff, and I'm gonna hold on to it nice and tight again. I'm trying to keep any of it from getting in between the pages. And I'm gonna work away from the spine. And what it's doing is it's picking up and rubbing off all this just dirt and dust and time. If you can see, it's like an eraser, so you know how you get like that buildup, but you can see how it's much grayer and darker than the normal pink, and that's all the dust that it's picking up. And normally I'd work at this a lot more, but I'm technically on the clock for my day job. But you can see it's already starting to get a lot more of that shine back. So, and it's especially good for covers and things like that. Yeah, you see? So I would normally work at this a lot more, but I need to work on my job books, not my book books. So. And then again, part of the reason why I keep the vacuum handy is because it would, like, little flecks and bits like that will get stuck to things, and then it'll dry and you kind of have to scrape it off, and it's better to just keep your work surface clean. And eventually I'll have to, you have to continuously work this stuff, and eventually to kind of bring out more of the clean stuff, and then eventually what's left of the ball will be like completely gray and black compared to the fresh stuff. So you can see a color difference. This is still good enough that I can continue to use it some more. And my mic is slipping, so let me mute it for a second while I fix the angle so I'm not like sinking into my chair. Hold on a sec. There we go. Okay. So I do actually work at a library. I did not learn this at said library, though. They didn't teach me. But we have many sad old books on our shelves that needed love. And yeah, it's like a kneaded eraser, but not quite. It's specifically for picking up dust. Anyway, sorry, distraction. Woo! So yeah, we have many saddled books on our shelves, and to make a very long story short, right now I'm just erasing a pencil mark. To make a long story short, I ended up in the job I'm in by accident, and there were just so many books that needed love, and we didn't have anybody to do it, and so I just started researching, and eventually I found this wonderful woman named Sophia, and her website is saveyourbooks.com. Everything I learned from her. She is an amazing human being, and she is not paying me to say that. I just genuinely think she is that awesome. Her online courses are very affordable. Affordable enough that I was actually able to convince my job to pay for them, which, yeah. You can get like a 1 month access to all of her courses, so, that's what they were willing to pay for, and that's what I did, and everything I learned about this stuff I learned from her, and so if that's something you're interested in learning how to do, definitely check her out. She's, it's saveyourbooks.com, and she also has a YouTube channel. Not to mention she's just really nice. She actually has a degree in doing this sort of thing. I don't. So my skills are very limited. Limited. No, I'm not going to get demonetized. So the text block is actually in pretty good shape. I'm going to hit up my whole work surface again with the, get some of this stuff out of the way. And wow, that's, ow. Ow. Seeing over in the chat, ow. Yeah, I'm gonna clean up my work surface the rest of the way. Throw that Q-tip away. Oh, what did you grab? Okay. Okay. And I'm gonna set the text block aside. Where can I put you? Where can I put you? I'll put you over here. And I'm going to work on getting the cover clean now. So let's see if we can spot a difference by the time we're done. So here we go. Here's our cover. And the spine isn't a good judge just because, you know, the spines always get more light exposure. And so I'm going to do the back cover first. Let's see what happens. And then we'll compare after we're done. See how good all the techniques work. Oh, and I've got some bumped corners that look like they need to get a little love too. So let's see, what do we want to try first? I say Absorbrine. Let's do Absorbrine first. No, I'm not in Colorado, no. I work in a law library, so, you know, we've got all kinds of different law books. It's very boring. Very boring. I love books. I love libraries. Law libraries are their own type of bleh. I'm not a law person. Okay, so the absorberine is not picking up a whole bunch. It's still flaking enough that we need to vacuum it up as soon as I get it off the cover. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Makes it a lot less lonely. Hope this makes things a little less lonely for you guys too. So now I'm just gonna hit it with this eraser, because that can do quite a bit too. Like this is actually getting quite a bit. This book isn't particularly dirty as far as the cover goes anyway. But, you know, I had another one I was working on the other day that I was like, oh, this isn't that bad. And then I started cleaning it and went, wow, this was not meant to be this color. So you never really know. Bottom corner here, I'm just gonna try a tiny bit of water on it just to see what happens. I'm gonna let that dry because it's hard to tell sometimes if it's, sometimes when you use water on it, sometimes it's hard to tell if you're cleaning off dirt or if you're cleaning off stuff that's supposed to be there. Anyway, yeah, it's good to see you, Ramalama. Always good to see you. I'm gonna plug in a lamp, see if that helps a little bit. No, it didn't help at all. My good desk lamp is at work and I haven't been able to get in to get it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this cover isn't particularly dirty. So if I get it up here like this, there's not a huge change between the back board and the front board. The spine is a little bit more icky, so I'm gonna clean that up a little bit. This eraser is working particularly well, so I'm just going to keep using that. There's not a big visual difference, and you know, it's not enough that the camera is going to be able to pick it up, but in person, trust me. Just trust me. It's making a difference. Yeah, I'm glad that I was able to give you some information, Garrett. Stay safe, stay healthy. Hit that subscribe button and the bell so that next time I'm doing this you can come watch then too. Yeah, this is I'm pretty satisfied with this. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the cover aside and we're gonna get to the fun stuff that involves glue. So these are my little homemade press boards. This is literally just a disemboweled binder that I covered in some colored paper and wrapped up in wax paper. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to figure out a way to do this so that you guys can see what I'm doing and I can see what I'm doing. We shall see if that works. I'm not holding my breath. So I'm actually gonna hit the book itself with the vacuum. Oh yeah, that's getting chunks off. Now, I don't know where you think you're going. Get back here. Okay. What? Okay, yeah, I need to empty that. Okay. It's looking like I'm getting a bunch of glitching going on. I can't tell, so I can't tell how good the stream quality is, so forgive me if it's a mess. Okay, I was just gonna leave the spine as is and just cover up the old crash because it wasn't really harming anything, but I'm gonna pull it off instead. My husband's home. Hold on. I have to go say hi to my husband. Okay, he's distracted. We'll welcome him home in a few minutes. Oh, no, he's back. Hi. Foodがある? Oh, yay, food. Yes, Seiji, I know. He came home and you're so happy. My dog loves him. So very carefully, I'm just trying to work on pulling this, getting the crash off. And I'm trying to do that without cutting into the signatures underneath, which is like the paper, because we don't want to do that. And it's looking like I'm having mixed results. So I may end up just leaving it after all, because if I cause more damage, then that completely defeats the purpose. Okay, I'm being reminded that I do actually need to go eat food, so, I know I said I had planned on trying to do this in one sitting and marathon it, but, yeah, when hubby reminds me that I need to eat, and then I usually listen. So, I'll come back, yeah, I'll come back. Who am I kidding? I'll be back here in a bit, so, but, yeah, when people offer me food, I don't ignore it. So, yeah, thanks for coming out so far. I will see you guys again here in a bit. Not sure how long. Not gonna give you an exact time frame, but I'll be back later. Today, tonight, arbitrary.